As we continue on into our intimacy with God, there comes a point where you just want to be with the Lord, right? Where God has represented our kingdom through us, through Jesus Christ, through the Holy Spirit. And all it is excitement for being with God and the time that you spend with Him as you become more intimate with Him. But there's still work to do. And as we look in Matthew 13, right, we're starting a little bit at 24 as we see Jesus talking to us about the wheat and the tares, really talking to us about the work that we still have to do in the kingdom and what is to come. The kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servant of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath the tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, What wilt thou that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nah, don't mess with those tares, right? He said, Lest while we gather up the tares, we're also going to root up the good seeds. So there comes a time where you've got the good children of God who have the Holy Spirit and dwelt within them, serving Jesus Christ, who are also still a part of this world that has such evil into it. So when it comes to the question to Christ of, should we just get rid of the evil in the world, Christ says to us, no, because you're going to end up messing with the good stuff that I got there. Let them both grow together until the harvest, and in that time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye up together the first tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. So here Christ talks to us of his kingdom that he has for us and what will happen in the end times. Then he goes on to talk about a parable of a mustard seed. The kingdom of heaven is like unto a grain of a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all seeds, but when it is grown, it is become the greatest among the herbs, and becometh a great tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in the branches. So he once again urges us to start with our small faith, let it grow, and as it grows, the work provides a space of support from others around us. And then he talks to us again about leaven. The kingdom of heaven is like unto leaven, which a woman took and hid in the 3 measures of meal till the whole was leavened. So just a little bit of faith grown in the right way, right, begins to support others as it provides for others. He goes on to talk about why he talks in parables, about the way that it relates to us, and that begins to show his compassion, his intimacy as we go on this walk with God, that he meets us where we're at, that he adapts to where we are when he talks to us in parables. And expanding more onto the kingdom and why as our faith grows, it helps to support others and provide for others through Christ, he talks to us about some more parables, like the buried treasure. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto the treasure hid in a field, that when a man hath found it, he hideth, and for joy thereof and grow and selleth all that he hath, and buy the field. So as you get to know God, as you start to learn how his love and the intimacy through the journey provides to support others, you want to buy that whole field. The pearl. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a merchant, a man seeking goodly pearls, who, when he had found one pearl of great price, went and sold all that he had and bought it. It's as precious as a pearl. This relationship with God, this intimacy that then can lead us to be there for others and to love them the way that Christ does through the Holy Spirit, is precious, precious like a pearl, precious like a field, and it brings us back to his parable, the large net. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered up of every kind, which when it was full they drew to the shore and sat down and gathered all the good vessels, but cast the bad away. So shall it be at the end of the world. The angel shall come forth and sever the wicked from among the just, and shall cast into the furnace of the fire. There shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. So as we come to our intimacy with God, as we start to get close with God, as we start to know his purpose for us, it becomes this desire to be with him. But there's work to do in this world to bring the message of Jesus Christ to others. And through Christ and the Holy Spirit and that relationship with God, we're able to support and love others the way that Christ does. And just as he teaches us through his parables and his teaching in the Bible here in Matthew, it's that same kind of compassion that we want to bring to others, to meet them where they're at, to match their understanding, to speak to them in such a way that they can take it step by step, that it isn't about this entire huge overwhelming journey. It's about the pieces that God gives us, and he teaches us that through our intimate relationship with him, just as Christ teaches us and the Holy Spirit leads us. All right, paraboling it up in Matthew. Happy Sunday, chatting at Cheesman. Happy Sunday.